Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Mafex figure, and it is Knightfall Batman from Medicom, based on the Knightfall series where Batman broken his back by Bane. So a new Batman came into play, which is Azrael, and this is what he was wearing to begin with during Knightfall Batman. And here's the back of the box, and a couple of pictures and accessories, so let's get into it. Alright, here we have Knightfall Batman outside of packaging, and let's go over accessories first. Here we have Azrael's head sculpt, and then comes with extra hands, a pair of fists, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of gesture hands, and then some batarangs that are flying out. And then we have this wire with a hook on it. And this figure also comes with a translucent base with all Mafex figures. So here is Batman himself. Oh, Azrael. I'm just going to call him Azrael. So here it is with blue and yellow, and then some very nice metallic silver-ish blue, and then some blue with metallic base to it. So he's painted quite nicely, actually. Yeah, really good. All the blue you see here, except for the cape, is metallic blue. So you can kind of see it during with the reflection of his helmet. You can see, yeah, that's metallic blue. Same with the cape. The front portion of it, the collar, and then the piece right there, yeah, and then the abdominal section, you can see that's a lightish silvery blue, and then gauntlets are all metallic blue, and yeah, that's the rest of them. Very, very cool looking design, actually. I really like this design a lot. Alright, and let us take a look at the back, because this figure is with a cloth cape, and I think this is okay the way it's transitioned, where the top portion is plastic, and then the bottom half is fabric blue, the fabric material for the cape, and then there's wire running through the edges of this cape as well, so just for posability. And let us go over articulation real quick. And head is somewhat limited. Base at the neck, there's also another joint, another ball joint, but it is somewhat limited as far as what he could do. I mean, he can look side to side, but not really looking up though. That's let me see, maybe if I push it back a little bit, push the neck forward and then push the head back a little bit, maybe I could get a little bit better range. But no, I think for the most part he can't really look up. He could only look up about that much. Yeah, that's a shame. Looking down is a little bit better. The collar section does not get in the way at all for looking back, but yeah, looking up is a little weird. Alright, so as for the rest of him, before I go into the rest of him, he has a lot of pointy sharp edges here. So head's really pointy. These are all hard plastic too. So gauntlets and these and these, they're all sharp, hard plastic. So be careful when you're messing with this guy, just so you don't break any pieces off or anything. So shoulders, ball hinge joints. There's a hinge right there. It's attached to the torso, and yeah, range wise, I think it's good. It does hinder right here, so, and his arm could still go up quite a bit, so that's okay. That's nice. The bicep swivel is a little weird because it breaks the illusion once you turn it about that much. And then the elbows are double jointed, but it can only give you about 90 degrees. And the gauntlet does not move by itself, so that's a shame. It would have been nice if they had a swivel joint right by there, so the gauntlet will move by itself, but it doesn't. And then there's a ball hinge joint for the wrist. And as far as the torso is concerned, let's see, there's ball joint. Oh, two ball joints here. Okay, so the belt is attached to on the back side right here, and it loops over here, and nothing's attached to the front. So which helps with the, you know what, I'm gonna put it in so it doesn't go back and forth with the with the focusing. So yeah, so this piece does not is not attached to anything, only attached to the back, so it allows him to move around without hindering articulation at all. So as far as the waist is concerned, damn, look at that. That is crazy amount of waist articulation. The front, the chest not so much, but the waist, incredible. Look at that. So he can do a crunch quite nicely, and only his head could look up even higher, then he would be a fantastic looking Batman. Because we want him to be, if he could do a crunch like this, he should be able to look up. So that's, yeah, a little annoying for that part. I don't think it's something I could fix either. As for the legs, they are drop down legs, and swing, and the panties, it's rubbery plastic, so it gives a little bit, so his legs can raise up 90 degrees, double jointed knees, so it could go past 90 degrees, and then ball hinge ankles and toes articulation as well. So when you're posing, be careful with these. These are sharp, and if you aren't careful, you might end up breaking these. So just to be on the safe side, just be a little bit gentle when you're moving this guy around. So as far as the joints themselves, they are not the stiffest that I have with other figures, especially SHF. SHF figures are, they do have tighter joints than this one. This one is not as tight, but it is okay. After a while, if you're posing him a while, maybe it'll get loose a little bit, especially the hips, because they're all on ball joints. So those might get loose a little bit, but overall, I think he's going to retain his shape, retain his poses, however you poses you give him. I think he's not gonna flop out on you. So yeah, but yeah, wish he was a little tighter with the joints, but no, it's not as tight as other Mafex figure, but it is still good. Wish it was tight as yeah, SHF. Those would be good. Oh, look at that, that's cool right there. Alright, here I got Azrael shooting these batarangs out. It is a gauntlet right there. There's a slot right there, and then you just put it in, and there you have it. I'm shooting out these batarangs. Very cool. I love this guy. Yeah, it's one of my favorite Batman. Azrael. Azrael's a cool character. Alright, then here's Azrael's head sculpt. Nice. I think they did a fantastic job with it. And let me show you one last look at Azrael before I end this video. And it's gonna set you back about $100, 110, somewhere around there, depending on the store you purchase this from. If you get it through Japan's site, maybe a little bit cheaper. But yeah, for the most part, I like this figure a lot. I think, well, maybe a bias, but I do like Azrael quite a bit, so I think this figure looks fantastic. With the metallic paint, it's totally nice on him. Gives it a little more of a premium look to it than other versions of Azrael, because we have gotten Azrael from McFarlane Toys. Maybe I'll do a comparison with that one. Hold on one second. Alright, so here's a comparison between the two Azrael figures. Now, it is, I shouldn't really compare the two as far as value and all that stuff, because clearly the McFarlane Toys one, it's 5 times less in price than the Mafex, so it's really, there's no comparison between the two, because value-wise, McFarlane, of course, it's gonna take it, but as far as the look and the premium feel to it, the Mafex one does look and feel, not so much feel, but look, definitely more premium looking than the McFarlane Toys. But again, it costs $100 versus a $20 figure from McFarlane Toys, so there is definitely a difference between the two. And just for the heck of it, here's a look at the McFarlane Toys version of Azrael. And there's the Mafex one. And here's another comparison. We have the Mafex Iron Man, Tony Stark. Of course, the middle is our subject matter. And on the right here is the SHF Batman. So you can see, compared to SHF, the Mafex one is a little bit taller. But Mafex versus Mafex, they're about the same. Yeah. So if you are, let me see, I would think the Mattel one should fit in quite nicely with it. If you have the Mattel Batman stuff, they should, Mattel DC figures, they should fit in nicely. And even with the SHF, I think they're gonna fit in quite nicely with the Mafex. So at the end of the day, is this figure worth getting? Price-wise, probably not. It's a nice figure, but if you're just looking for Azrael figure, I think you could do very well with the McFarlane Toys one. That will fill the void if you need to. But if you're looking for something premium, then this one will definitely be a good alternative to the McFarlane one. And yeah, that is that. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.